Hey, if you're an Indian and you're working abroad right now, or maybe you're a freelancer working with Western clients, you're doing everything you can to actually make more money, to grow, but it still doesn't move. I need you to pay close attention to this video because over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you exactly the 30-day game plan I would follow if I was starting again from zero today. 1 hour a day, that's all it takes. I'm not gonna bullshit you and say that you can make easy money with passive income, maybe with dropshipping, with trading, you can make money while you sleep. Nothing like that. What I wanna bring to the table is a real service, some real value you can provide to the marketplace in exchange of money. You're gonna work with real clients, you're gonna get real monthly retainers, and you're gonna charge $500 to $1,000 as a beginner while keeping your current job. In this video, doston, I'm gonna give you everything I know step by step, day by day, the entire game plan. And before I actually dive into the game plan, I just want to show you what people who actually followed this model and this game plan were able to achieve. People just like you and I, with no prior experience, who didn't have rich parents. They are all inside my free school community where I'm just giving everything I know for free because I just want to give back. And I want you to avoid the struggle I went through. So I just rapid fire 3 examples. First of all, we have Vikram. This guy tried a lot of things to make money online. He was selling services on freelancing platforms such as Upwork and Fiverr. He was actually working with Western clients, but he wasn't making enough money because Western client only cared about his low prices. I just gave him my framework, and within 30 days, the same guy booked a call outside of the platform with a Western client, and he signed a $1,500 a month deal. You also have Karam. This guy had an agency. He was in India. He was already working. They had offices. He was developing Shopify websites, but he was getting paid pennies. Again, people were coming after him because he was cheap. I just gave him this game plan, and within 19 days, he went from $1,000 a month to $3,000 a month on a recurring basis while doing less work with less team members. And you also have Anmol. This guy tried everything. He tried dropshipping, crypto, affiliate, creating websites, content creation. He was just jumping from one thing to another. I just told him, hey bhai, suno, follow this system step by step. And he got 3 clients 1 month after applying what I'm teaching inside my free school community. Now, you're probably wondering, who is this random guy? So let me tell you, I'm just a normal guy. My name is Venank. My parents are from India. I grew up in Europe, but when we didn't have any money. My father was literally sleeping in public parks because he didn't have any house. So as the elder of my family, I was struggling with 2 side jobs. I had 1 job as a vendor, 1 job at Domino's Pizza. You know how getting a uni degree is important for us Indians, especially for our parents. So I followed a master degree. I got a job, got a title, nice car. I was working in a corporate bank, but I was doing everything I could to grow. And I was just stuck because there is something no one will tell you. As a foreigner, no matter how skilled you are, how hard you work, there will always be a ceiling. And that's where I decided to quit everything and launch my own marketing agency, Digital Brothers, one of the largest agencies in France. We made 75 million for our clients, 14 million for ourselves. I had a team of 40 people across Brussels and Dubai, and I've surrounded myself with the best in the game: Alex Hormozi, Leila Hormozi, Serge Gattari, Iman Ghazi, Eddie Malouf. And the goal of this channel is to teach you everything I know so you can start reclaiming your freedom without having to go through the hassle I went through. So guys, before I even give you the plan, I want to talk about something very important. I want to talk about a trap. I was having a chat with someone in Dubai who has a nice corporate job, and here's the mistake people are making when they try to build a second income stream. They go wide. They try to do everything at the same time. 3 or 4 different side hustles. Let me start an e-com store, let me start a YouTube channel, let me start an IG page, and let me start investing in crypto. And I want you to think of it like a garden hose. If you go full pressure through one hose, you can cut through concrete. Now, split that same pressure across 10 hoses. You've got 10 puddles that water nothing. So I want you to understand that it's important to focus and to channel your attention towards one direction. And all the operators I know, building from $0 to $1,200 a month in less than 30 days, they actually go super narrow. They choose one model, one thing they're gonna do for the next 30 days, and they just go full pressure every single day. And guess what? They're all using the same model, a model that has changed the game entirely. This model is called the AI augmented agency. Let me tell you how it works in one sentence. Your job is to bring customers to any kind of businesses. You might work with lawyers, accounting companies, dentists, e-commerce brands, content creators, whatever. All of these businesses, they have one thing in common. They all need clients. Now, here's where it gets interesting. As everything is done online nowadays, you need to learn digital marketing. You needed to learn how to code a website, how to create content, how to do some research, how to run some ads, motion design, video editing, all of this. Nowadays, thanks to AI, you only need to know how to find these customers customers and how to sell them. Plus, you need to understand human psychology. That's it. Nothing special, because AI is doing all the heavy lifting for you, all the labor for you. So just imagine you have your client on one side. On the other hand, you have the customer they need, and you are basically the middleman between the customer they need and the money they're gonna make from it, and actually the fact that you're gonna bring this customer back to their business. You are doing all of this with AI, you don't have any employees, and you are making money thanks to AI. And I can tell you it works because I'm running an agency myself, a marketing agency, and I was bloated with 40 plus people. At our peak, we are making $450,000 a month. So it's not a small agency. That's what's basically made me rich. But before, I had to go crazy about finding the best employees, the best talent, making sure there is no mistakes, we have strong SOPs, we don't mess up the client relationship. And now what we are doing is that we are all using AI. So I still have my team, but because we are using AI exactly as you will do, we can do more work in a shorter amount of time, and as a result, we make way more profit. So I want you to start small, and I want you to understand that all you need is 1 hour a day to find these clients and reach out to them. 1 hour a day is enough to find 10 potential clients and send them a message. 5 days a week means 50 messages a week. And from my experience, and also from what I see within my community, it usually takes 2 to 3 weeks to get your first client. Now, there is a paradox I want you to sit with. And this is actually the foreigner advantage no one talks about. See, doston, everything that made our life harder as Indians, the network disadvantage, the accent, the lack of cash flow, those things are actually at your advantage in this model. You're not going to sell to people who know you. You're going to find Western clients abroad exactly as I'm doing on a daily basis. You're going to find people who are already spending money on ads to get more customers. You're gonna find them through the Facebook ads library, and you're just gonna let them know that you can help them with AI. Moreover, you're gonna send a free sample of what you can do, and this is all inside my free school community, before they actually trust you enough to jump on a call. So it's a total different approach, because you are going to a business owner that is already spending money on ads, letting him know, hey, thanks to AI, I can get you better results, and by the way, this is a sample of the work I can do for you. You get him on a call, you work for him for free for 7 days, and then you ask him to pay $500 to $1,000 depending on the service, which is, by the way lower than any agency would charge. So I want you to understand, with this approach, and especially in the AI era, the client doesn't care where you are coming from. He only cares about what you can bring to the table. So all you need is a computer, an AI software like ChatGPT or Claude, and you need an email address to start reaching out to these businesses. And here's where it gets interesting. Here's the competitive advantage we have if we compare to the Western operators. See guys, I work with Western clients and Western people in my team every single day. I can tell you that we have something that they don't. We know persistence, we know hunger, and because we have good and strong work ethics, we can crush everyone else in the room. Now, let's go to the game plan. I'm gonna give you the exact plan, step by step, day by day, so that you can start using this model and making your first income stream online within the next couple of weeks. So guys, during the first week, before doing anything, I just want you to find which industry you are going to work with. In business language, we actually call this choosing a niche. So it's pretty easy. You just have to look at your past history, your past experience. Maybe you have like an uncle or a relative working in a specific industry. Maybe you have worked in a specific industry, or maybe you have some interest in a specific industry. I just want you to choose an industry. It might be dentists, beauty brands, bakeries, whatever it is. You just choose one niche. All right, this is the very first thing. Next, you want to go narrow. So you're going to choose one city, because you want to be seen as the specialist helping this specific industry in this specific city. It's just a positioning, right? I'm not saying you're going to marry yourself to this niche and to this city. It's just that you need to actually be seen as a specialist. All right, it's going to help you be more relatable, and it's going to help you to also make feel to your potential customer that you know what you're talking about. So the first hours during this week, you need to pick a niche, you need to pick a city, and then you need to find at least 100 potential leads that you can reach out to. You can do this with tools such as ChatGPT, Apollo, D7 Lead Finder. There are many tools online you can use. I'm not gonna name them. They all have like, different options, and you can just check them. And what I want you to do is I want you to go on the Facebook ads library, which is the website from Facebook that will allow you to actually search by business name and see if they're running ads or not. If they're running ads, obviously they already know what ads are. They're already spending their money on ads. They're probably already paying an agency to do the work for them. And it means that they're pretty educated, because they're already paying. They're already somehow wasting money. So it's like, let's say for instance, I'm spending $1,000 a month on a software subscription, and you are reaching out to me saying that you can get better work done for a fraction of the price. So you are saving me money and giving me better results. Chances are I might end up working with you. Out of these 100 people you found, by by the end of the week, you should have at least 40 people running ads that you can contact. Now, the second week will be the time where you are going to send emails to these customers. So you only need a domain name. You can buy it on GoDaddy or whatever. It only costs like a couple of dollars. You want to pick a company name for your company. You can do this with ChatGPT. You need to create a logo. Again, you can do this with ChatGPT, with Canva, whatever. And you just create an email address, first name dot last name at yourcompanyname.com. Now, here's the trick. Most of people reaching out to these customers are sending super long texts just talking about what they can do for them. No one is showing what they can do for them. And here's the trick. Instead of doing like all these other agencies, what I want you to do is I want you to use AI to actually rebuild one of their ads or even their landing page, meaning their website. Again, you don't need to know how to design or either how to code because AI can do this better than you and I. You just need to find what they're doing, analyze what they're doing. You analyze it with AI. Ask AI to generate a better version. And the email you're gonna send is pretty simple. Word by word, it's hi name. I noticed your Facebook ad for business name and I found something that can improve your performance. I rebuilt the entire ad using AI and I thought it might be useful to see. I just want to implement this for you free of charge just to show you what is possible. Attached, you will find a sample of my work. If you're interested, just reply, let's go through this email and we'll jump on a call. That's it. Very simple. And now here's what's making a difference. Instead of doing like every other people ending up in spam, just sending super long messages with like, oh, this is what I can do for you, blah, 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 blah. You are just showing what you can do right away. By the end of the second week, you should have reached out to your 40 potential customers and you have the first answers coming in. Now, week number 3, it's about the first conversation and closing the client. So the first thing I want you to understand is that if someone doesn't answer you, it's probably because they're busy. So I want you to follow up at least 7 times on them. So the way I usually follow up is that, I send like 1 email per day. Plus I also go on other social platforms such as LinkedIn, Instagram, and I just actually send them messages over there as well. So it's kind of like they see you everywhere until they answer. And that's why most of the people fail, because they actually think that they're going to disturb, which is not the case because you are providing a solution. You are asking them to work for free for them. Remember, you're not selling anything yet. So because the amount of value you're providing is so high, you have the social authorization to also follow up as crazy because the offer you're providing is crazy. Now, what you're going to do when you get a yes is that you are going to have a call with the client. So again, I have 2 entire videos showing the exact sales call structure we're using in my agency. It's the same structure that allowed every single student I have in my free school community to crush it on these calls. And the framework we're going to follow is all about expertise. It has nothing to do with sales. So usually the way it goes is that you have a first call. It's called a discovery call. In this call, you're just going to ask the business about a couple of questions to understand their needs, what they're doing, their goals, how much they're spending on ads, how you can help them. And then you're going to say, okay, let's schedule the second call in 48 hours because I'm going to put a game plan for you. And on this game plan, I want to show you how I can help you to get a result. That's it. So between the 2 calls, what you're going to do is that you're going to send them a document you will prepare with a prompt with ChatGPT. And this document is basically an audit. It states by using their own words exactly what they said on the call, what problem they have, and also how you're going to solve it. And now on the second call, what you're going to do is that you are going to provide them with a solution. So this is what you're trying to solve. This is exactly how we're going to solve it. Month 1, month 2, month 3, and this is what I'm going to do. This is the price. However, just because I guarantee my results, you understand it's not in my interest to work for free. I'm willing to give you a 7-day free trial. If after 7 days we see that it works, then we're going to end up working together. If not, then you can keep everything I built for you and I will just move on. That's it. 90% of the time people say yes. That's where you schedule a third call 2 days before the trial ends, which means at day +5. And on the third call, you're just going to demonstrate what you were able to achieve within 5 days and give them a discount if they take action within the next 24 hours. That's usually the process. That's it. Nothing complicated. Now, your goal here is to get your first client. You want to get some proof, some testimonials, a case study you can use and you can leverage to then reach out to all the other clients. So the first thing I recommend you to do once you sign your first client is to ask this client for any referral. They probably have a friend, another business owner within the same industry that might need your services. And you let them know, hey, if I end up signing up your friend, I'm going to give you a discount on your next invoice. So they usually give you like 3 to 5 names and you just go reach out to them. You ask them to make the intro. Pretty pretty simple. Now, it's gonna be time to stack your second client. So the first thing you will do here is that you will use the list of the 40 leads you had, and you're just going to follow up on them one more time, showing them the results you got for your first client. Chances are some of them will answer, and I don't want you to waste time on this, so that's why you will go back to your drawing board, build the list again, and just reach out to 40 more customers. It's pretty simple. You just rinse and repeat. And the first month, you should have signed one client. Again, we are starting with cheap prices, $500 to $1,000. 2 to 3 weeks later, you stack your second client, which means an extra $500 to an extra $1,000. Nothing crazy. And let me tell you something. 3 people who run this exact same process. Pratyush, this guy went crazy, 100 to 150 outreach a day. He got a 20% reply rate. He was booking 1 to 2 calls every other day. And look at what he's saying inside the free school community. If my offer sounds like the other 300 guys out there, why would somebody be interested in me? Just lead with specific output. The rest will follow. But you also have Shivam. This guy closed a $700 deal. He did one single outreach, and he's using exactly my framework. You show the result first, and then you demonstrate. You establish the outcome, and then you get them on a call. 3 steps, that's it. And these customers, they don't care about your accent. And by the way, I'm just teaching the same systems to Western clients as well. You have people like Arthur who are making $10,000 a month, all within 3 months. Pretty easy. Now again, you can find the entire system, the entire blueprint in my free school community. All the workbooks, the SOPs, how to find your niche, how to create your offer, how to reach out to these customers, everything is inside the free school community. All you have to do is click on the link in the description. Now, I know what you might be thinking. If this model works so well, why are you actually sharing it? Pretty simple. My goal is to give you the model so some of you guys can implement it. And for those who want to go above, you start making some money. And then once you start making some money, you trust me enough so we can literally build together. See, to be honest, I have 2 interests here. First one, because for me it's important to help you guys to get out of your situation. But the second thing is that I'm also looking to grow my agency, which means that I know that some of you guys that will get the skills will end up working with me in my agency. And that's the point. That's my money model. Now, some of you might think, oh, I don't have enough time. I mean, come on, bro. If you don't have 1 hour, 1 focused hour, and I'll tell you something, because I was in your shoes. I had 2 jobs. I had a master's degree to follow. It's never a question of time. We all have 24 hours. It's a question of priority. You're probably wasting 1 hour a day watching random YouTube videos on how to make money online. So instead of doing all these random things, just take this exact 1 hour, go inside a free school community and just apply what's in there. That's it. And again, your only job is to find the client, get them on a call, close them, and then maintain the relationship. That's it. AI is doing all the heavy lifting for you. And once it's actually making you money, you can decide if you want to just keep this as a side hustle or if you want to go all in and scale it. Now, let me tell you something. 30 days from now, there are 2 versions of you. First version, you stay where you're at. You're still thinking about it, not taking any action. Nothing changed. Same job, same sitting, same Sunday night thinking about the rat race you're gonna start tomorrow. Second version, you take action, you join the free school community, you apply the step-by-step blueprint, you invest 1 hour a day, and you sign 1 client paying you $500 to $1,000 a month. And I want you to understand this. I don't care about the money you're gonna make. The first client is the most important because once you sign it, you know it's possible for you to get money from a stranger online. Someone sitting in another country, also behind a computer, giving you real money. That's what it's about. So I'm not gonna tell you you're gonna make $10,000 a month within 90 days. That's not true. I'm not even gonna tell you you're gonna get the same results as me or as my students. I'm just here to tell you that this model works and there is a window that is open right now, but it's not going to last. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a comment about any question you have. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and again, once we hit 5,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a live draw and one of my subscribers will win the latest MacBook Air plus one-on-one mentorship session with me. Take care guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.